All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our smart contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. Now, today we're going to run the code right out of the Remix IDE because this is our last module and this is a short module. We're just going to be going over if-else statements. So let's pick up right with some light reading and go from there. So in this section, we'll be going over conditionals, which are else if statements. Let's go over these conditionals by creating some examples. In this first example, we'll create a function called if else, which is going to take a single input of type unsigned integer and return an unsigned integer. Now, to write a conditional statement in Vyper, we would write if conditional, and then we would say if the input x is less than or equal to 10, for example, then we are going to return 1, else we want to return 0. We will also use the pure decorator with this function so we can view it. This is the function here that we created. You can see we have if else x, our unsigned integer, then we want to return an unsigned integer. Then we have our function here written out. If x is less than or equal to 10, we want to return 1, else return 0. And we also have a second function down here. It's the same exact function. We just have a name if else 2 because we have the function with the same name. It'll throw an error, so we just added a 2 to it. This function here may explain what's going on with it. If you want us to add another conditional statement in between our original if-else statement, we can add it by writing elif x is less than or equal to 20, we will return 2. So let's get this compiled and then we're going to run it so we can see what the difference is between the two functions and what they're actually doing. Even though they're just if statements, we all should know what if statements are. We're just going to get in and go over it now so we can have an understanding of what to expect. Let's get this opened up. I should have cleared out the last one, but I didn't. So it looks like we have two files, but it's only one file. So this first one here is going to do the top function. Let me move back up so you can see exactly what we're working with. So you can see here, if we return 10 or less, we should get a 1. So let's put 7, see what we get. See, we got a 1. This time, let's put a 77, see what we get. We got a 0. That's because it's greater than 10. And our function is designed to say that if x is less than or equal to 10, we want a 1. But if it's greater than 10, we want a 0. So now let's move down to the second function here. It's going to be this one here. So this one is doing the same exact thing. The only difference is instead of returning a 0 if the number is greater than 10, we actually want to return a 2 if it's less than or equal to 20. So there is a middle ground. So let's get in put this in. We're going to do 7 again. Call it, see what we get. We got 1. This time let's put 17 and see what we get. Now we're still greater than 10. Let's see if we get a 0 back this time. This time we got a 2 back because we have an elif here, and the elif is if x is less than or equal to 20. So we do have some middle ground. So even though it is greater than 10 and we returned a 0 the last time we did it, this time we returned a 2 because it's less than 20 is our new condition. So this time let's put 77 again and see what we get. So this time we got our 0 back because it's greater than 20. So it's outside of the parameters of both of these numbers. So it's greater than both of them, which gave us a 0. Now, basically, that's it. What we did with the if statements, like I said, if statements are pretty much basic all across the board with Python. And you know that Vyper is based on Python, so they are very similar, if not exactly the same in this one concept here. So that's basically the last thing we did inside of this favorites.vy module, this whole section of the course. Like I said, we are going to be moving on to more complex contracts that we are building right now, and we are caught up. So tomorrow I can start you with the buy me a coffee introduction, and we can start going over to that. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, it's the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.